Welcome to Paper Crafting with Tracy. Today I'm going to introduce you to the Paper Pumpkin kit, and specifically this month, which is the January 2021 Paper Pumpkin kit, is what we're going to be working on, and I want to show you some different variations that you can do. So if you're not familiar with Paper Pumpkin, when you open it up, everything always comes wrapped up in the tissue paper, which I've already unraveled it and taken it apart. And then it comes with an instruction sheet. Now everything comes all cellophane together. And this particular kit is sending hearts, and it's designed to make 8 cards, 4 of one design and 4 of another. And it comes with the 8 envelopes as well. And then when you open it up, it comes with the instructions on how to do it. And then some other stuff that you could do with it. The other thing, so what it comes with is your card bases of 2 different designs. So it had 4 of each of those. There was some die cuts, which I've already used a whole bunch of them, one of them being this little love die cut. And then there was 2 different sizes of these borders. It also came with some tags in petal pink. It came with a stamp set, so I don't know if you can see all those different stamps. And lots of them don't get used if you do just as it's designed, but I will show you some different variations. It came with some enamel hearts and little flowers of various sizes. It also came with some dimensionals. 2 different cardstock designs with some images. Paper pumpkins usually come with a little Stampin' Spot, and this one happened to be Poppy Parade. Came with some little glue dots, double-sided glue dots, and some lovely basic black thin ribbon. So I'll move these out of the way. And here's your envelopes, just some red envelopes. So I did a card of each of the ones that it had said. Okay, there was one. Okay, just nice and basic. And here was another one. Okay, with a little enamel heart in there. Then I decided to make some variations of that. So here was one I did using the Snail Stamp. And I just took some blends and colored in the snail. I took one of the card bases and made that into a border. I added some gold foil paper and then some basic black paper, all as borders. So I have 3 different borders there. And then I put it on just some basic thick cardstock. And inside I just put a different one so that it didn't have to necessarily be a Valentine's card or an anniversary card. And this came from the stamp set Positive Thoughts. Okay, here was another one. It was a little bit of a variation on one of the suggestions they gave. So this was all done in petal pink. And then again, I chose to color the little snail down there just as a variation. And then I just put some enamel hearts on there and just put one of the dies of the love and stamped the X's nose on there. So again, that could be used for a variety of things. Here's another variation that I did as well. Okay, using the card base that's supplied. I didn't put the big heart in it this time like they show in the directions. Instead, I put the love you again, so it can be used for a variety of things. And I used some of the ribbon. And I added a couple extra, the basic black and some basic white for borders on this one. And then I decided to do something completely different. I decided to make a scrapbook page. And I wanted to do something that featured, that I could do and put my family in it. So it's not all going to show for the 2, but here was one page. I put it on some basic gray background, and I used some of the designer series paper from the Always Love You Always set that's in the mini catalog. You can see I used one of the dies. I cut a couple of the cards bases, or one of the card bases up, and used it for matting for my pictures, and then I used one of these, which I will write my little note in there. I just sponged a little bit of petal pink on there and stamped some hearts and flowers around. So that was the one side, which I'm planning on putting probably a couple pictures of my daughters in. And then this was the other side. I put a bigger one because I know I have a 8.5 or an 8 by 10 photo of the family that I would love to put in there. So I'm gonna, it's got a 1/2-inch border all the way around so that it does frame my photo. So these match up. I know you can't see it so well in the video. So the purpose of this video was just to show you that even though you get a paper pumpkin set, and you can see I even included the ribbon in there as well, you don't have to do everything that is included in this paper pumpkin. You can make your own variation and have a lot of fun with it. And these kits are available every single month. And they always have a different theme with the paper pumpkin. And they're lots of fun. They're a great gift for somebody, for kids, so that they can have some fun as well. They're perfect for people that are just starting out, because you start out with your very first kit, you get a little stamping block, and you get your ink. So there's not anything that you actually need to get on top of this. With many of the cards that you can make, you can just do variations with the stuff that's there. And there's usually always some extra material that's in there. So I had extra ribbon, I had extra dies, the ink of course is left over, and then of course the dimensionals and stuff, and you always have the stamps. So it's a great way to build up your stamps as well. So I hope you enjoyed learning about the variety of things that you can make with a paper pumpkin set, and I hope you will enjoy me next time. Happy stamping!